Let's eat!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Moose Lodge here at Raynell with a little bit of a spooky addition to this week 9 here in high school football. I'm already in the college mindset this year. We got the 3-4 Cavaliers facing on the 7-1 Midland Trail Patriots tomorrow evening. It's going to be a good one. The Cavaliers coming off of a win against Montcalm, and the Patriots having a fantastic season as well, only losing to the Chapmanville Tigers so far this year. So great season so far for Trail, and they even came off a big win against James Monroe High School just a couple weeks ago. So here in just a few minutes, we're going to be bringing on 2 players, but we're going to go ahead and get started with some of our sponsors this evening to get you guys ready to roll for the game tomorrow. Raynell Medical Center, excellent healthcare right at home. Park Center Sporting Goods, Steve's Towing, I won't charge an arm or a leg, all I want is a tow. RT Rogers Oil Company, Tattered and Worn Antique Mall located in Lewisburg, Burke and Herbert Bank locations in Rupert and Raynell, and then Stevens Automotive located in Lewisburg. And then, of course, a great thank you to the Moose Lodge. I know you can't see the moose right now because we got the green screen behind us, but we got to be ready for Halloween, man. We're going to celebrate Halloween. We're going to have some fun, and unfortunately, we don't have Roger with us tonight. Roger, we miss you, and I believe we will have Roger tomorrow, as far as I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's back there in the field. Yeah. The guy right there, midfield, right there. There he is. There he is. He's there at midfield. Yeah. All righty. So let's get into this thing. I'm going to pull up a few statistics for you guys before we get this thing started. So first things first, as of right now, the current standings for week 9, Midland Trail is sitting at 7th place in AA, and they would be scheduled to play. If the postseason started today, they'd be scheduled to play Logan. So that'd be a pretty good little matchup. Trail would have their first home game in the first round, and then second round, more than likely, they would have to go away. But as of right now, if the playoffs started today, they would play Logan at Midland Trail. And as for the Cavaliers would be playing away, and they would have to be going to Pendleton County. So pretty tough matchup there for the Cavaliers if they had to travel to Pendleton County, but there's still 2 weeks left in the season, week 9 and 10, to see what these teams can do throughout the season. So Cavaliers are going to be finishing out their last 2 games at home, right where they want to be, at Cavalier Field, on the new turf field, and that's going to be something they're really looking forward to. As for the Patriots, they got themselves a little bit of a brute end to their schedule to finish off the season, but we'll see how they do. Right now, they are sitting at a comfortable 7-1, and I think they're setting really well to end out this season. Now, I'm going to look at their opponent really, really fast. I just clicked away of it on my screen because I'm really curious to see how high Trail could end up. They've already got some high-quality wins on their schedule. Chapmanville, a really quality team, which is the 16th ranked team in all of West Virginia. That's the only team they've lost to this whole season. So they're looking really, really, really nice for this year. And as for their last 2 games of the season, they're going to be traveling to Greenbrier West tomorrow. Then they got Lincoln County at home, which I suspect should be a W. So we'll see how tomorrow's game goes, but I think they have a pretty good win there against Lincoln County. And then Greenbrier West tomorrow, they've got their hands tied. Greenbrier West does. Now, Trail is a formidable opponent. They have a run-heavy offense. They've only thrown the ball, according to Max Preps, 23 times all year, and that's how they were when we played them last year. Now, granted, one thing that Greenbrier West did not do a very good job of was covering the A and B gap. They were able to run it up the middle all game long. They didn't disguise anything. They ran it straight up the middle, and they were able to dominate Greenbrier West. It wasn't a small margin of victory. As soon as halftime came, it was pretty much already a decided game by that point. Greenbrier West, since they have the home field advantage this time, is going to have to do a better job of being able to plug in those gaps and to be able to stop their run game as much as possible, because that's what they're going to lean on. Now, Greenbrier West, they had a really nice yard run with 97 yards to end it with Colton Dunbar against Montcalm just this past week. They want to see more of that coming up against Trail tomorrow. If they are able to give themselves that running advantage against Trail and maybe get themselves some passing offense going with Sam's, maybe a little bit of Cameron Parker action going on there, I think they're going to be looking pretty nicely. But can they sustain drives? Can they keep it going? Can they not stop themselves on a third and out to start out the game? Can they keep themselves going with a couple first downs? That's the question that they're going to have to answer tomorrow. So we'll see how all that goes. Like I said, Trail, not really a threat to pass the ball. Neither is Greenbrier West. So it's going to be a really run-heavy scheme for both of these teams. And, yeah, if it's a low-scoring game, I think West is going to have a pretty decent chance to at least have a chance to win this game. Trail is going to do their best to, I think, add some more passing offense to this, make this game explosive and fast-paced. The faster pace that Trail can make this game, that's going to play to their advantage. So slowing it down, Greenbrier West's favor. Speeding it up is going to be Trail's favor. But we'll see how it goes, and we're going to see what some of our other players think as well as we get this game started. So I'm going to go real quick and get one of the guys to start this interview process out. Let's do this thing. Give me 1 second. You're good to go, big dog. Awesome. Alrighty, guys. We got him back. Senior Taipei here. One of the DBs for West. Time. This is going to be a good one tomorrow. Junior. We got a new name for you now? When did that happen? When did you get your birth certificate changed?
I got a new name.
You got a new name?
What's my new name?
Apparently it's Junior.
No, I'm a junior in high school.
You're a junior in high school. What did I say?
You said you was a senior.
Oh, I thought I thought they were making fun of you calling you Junior. I was like, what?
No.
Oh, my gosh. I think I did that last time and the time before as well.
Yeah, you did.
When you have experience, dude, it's easy to make that kind of mistake. Okay, so time. Obviously, you guys have been watching film. You guys know what Trail's all about. They're a run-heavy team.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
think they might try to sprinkle in a little bit more pass tomorrow to try to maybe open up the explosive pass plays against you guys? Or what do you think you guys are going to see?
No, I think they're going to run it right at us a lot. They like to run the ISO, and they like that three-back set.
They loved it last year as well. They ran it against us pretty much all game. A and B gap, they ran straight up the middle. They didn't even do anything stretch run-wise. They didn't do any sweeps. They didn't do any pitches. They ran it right up the middle all game, and that's all they did. So now one thing is this team is loaded with seniors, loaded with them. I didn't even count. I was looking at their roster earlier, and their lineup was loaded. Out of their, I believe Max Prep said they had 29 players on their lineup. Out of those 29 guys, I would say a good 65% of them was all seniors. It was crazy. So with that being said, them having so much experience, what is going to be y'all's job to be able to keep that edge off of them, since they do on paper have a higher IQ, have more experience, and they have more snaps playing football?
Right, so they all obviously got those things. We gotta stay smart and stay strong and keep ground to what we know and what we've been coached all year. And this past week, we've been studying a whole lot. I know I have.
That's important.
We just gotta stay low, attack the run game.
Get low, smart tackles, make plays when you need them, make the smart plays, and ultimately not get behind the chains. I was mentioning this before the show about how we need to do our best not to get in three and outs. Get in them as little as possible. If we can sustain drives, get to that 1st and 10 down marker as soon as we possibly can. And it really helps whenever you're making, say, 3 or 4 yards at least on first down and not getting tackled for loss or only gaining 1 or 2 yards. So do you guys have anything special planned to maybe try to get yourself out in front of the chains, or maybe even try to get 5 yards on first down as opposed to only a couple?
Yeah, we got a couple of new plays, and we're really going to go heavy in a little bit of both. We're mixing it up this week. We're not just going straight through the run game.
That's exciting.
Giving Colton Dunbar a little bit more to do with the pass game, and we got some new blocking ideas, and I think we're gonna do really good off those.
Now, one big thing for the team, and that's good that we're talking about blocking, because we're going to definitely need it for tomorrow. They were a big line last year, and they've got most of the pieces that they had last year as well. The only loss that Trail has this year was against Chapmanville Regional right here, 49-7. Chapmanville's the number 16th ranked team in the whole state. That's crazy, or at least according to Max Preps. That's incredible. What are you guys doing? Because you guys know that Trail is not only a good team, they're a great team. They're also in the top 40 themselves in the state. What are you guys doing to get yourselves mentally prepared? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters more than anything else. Because if you tell yourself that, oh, we're going to lose before the ball even starts and before you guys even play a snap of football, you've already lost the game. What are you guys doing, and what have you told the team to mentally prepare and get yourself ready for tomorrow night?
Well, I mean, they were they were born all the same that we were, and they put our pants on just like we do, and we just got to attack.
That's
run
big.
Downhill.
Let's do it then. Well, Ty, I appreciate you, brother, and yeah, man, I know it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. I think we can make it a good game because that running attack. We are a good run defense. That's what it's going to come down to. We played a great defense against Montcalm, which I thought they were going to pass all over us more than what they did. And you guys stood up to the test. Only allowed 6 points all game, and you guys played great and put up 27 points on offense, which we haven't got to see a ton this year. So that was a huge light. Coming off of a bye week as well, you've had more time to study film. So I'm excited for this game, man. Alrighty. Well, I will let you go, man, and you have a good one, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Guys, that was Ty Pate of the Cavaliers. And, yeah, I think we kind of have an idea of what the guys are wanting to do more or less of now. They've got their mindset towards the goal, what they need to do. They're trying to stop the run as much as possible. You heard it from Ty. He said that he doesn't think Trail's going to even try to pass the ball as much. Now, can teams switch that up a little bit? Absolutely. But overall, Trail tends to be a run-heavy offense, and that's more than likely how it's going to be whenever they're going into the game tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get our next guy up, and, yeah, let's do this thing. Back, baby, back. All right, guys. Okay, now we have an actual senior, not a fake senior, Emery Sanford. I've called every single time I've brought Ty up here this year, at least twice. I think I've had him up here 3 times. Every single time I've had him up here this year, I've called him a junior. I've called him a senior every time, even though he's a junior, every time. Anyways, so I was talking to Ty, and we touched on the running game, and his opinion is that Trail is going to continue to do what they've done all year long, and that's run the football. Yeah. They are a run-heavy offense. According to Max Preps, they've only thrown the ball 23 times all year. That's it, just 23 times, and only 9 completions out of those 23 passes. So, with that being said, this team relies completely on the run. That is their main bread and butter. What are you guys doing with that in your knowledge? Going into this game, what are you guys going to do to stop their run-heavy offense and that experienced offensive line? Because they got a bunch of seniors on this team.
I mean, our defensive line up front, we're big. We put our best guys up there, probably our biggest guys up there. I'm probably not going to disclose any of our defensive plans just because, Trump can see this.
Exactly.
But, I mean, we're ready for it. We're ready for it.
Awesome. And that's what matters more than anything else. If you beat yourself throughout the week, or heck, last 2 weeks, I should say, because we had that bye week, but we're mentally prepared. We are physically prepared now that we had the bye week, and you were able to watch some more film over the break. I know you guys are film junkies. You've probably been watching, I was going to say, you've probably been watching hours of film. I would love to know what your huddle looks like. It's probably crazy all through the roof. But it matters a lot because you're able to see that scheme. And Trail, as Ty was saying, they're not going to do anything surprising, I don't think. So I think they're going to, like you said, try to run it straight up our throats. And the question is, are we going to be ready? And I'm excited to see you guys answer that tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. So Trail overall, they've played, you can see their schedule that they've played so far this season. They got Liberty on there. Pretty easy game, 50-13. But James Monroe, that was a really good win. They had another game though against Chapmanville where their only loss of the season came.
Yeah, I watched that game. Chapmanville looks like a pretty good team.
They're a fantastic team. They're the 16th ranked team in all of West Virginia across all classes. So what Max Preps does is I'll show you right over here on the side of the board. Well, never mind. That page closed. I'll explain it to you. So basically what it does is it takes the rankings. Actually, I might be able to pull it up right here. It takes all the rankings, here it is, across the state, and it takes the full West Virginia rankings, and it shows you all the teams. And then there's Chapmanville at number 16, which is pretty crazy. So out of all the teams in the state, that's where they're ranked. But that being said, that's the only team that Trail's lost to. And Trail is going to be... They're going to be a tough opponent tomorrow. What is one thing that Trail is going to try to use? Because, as I mentioned with Ty and you earlier, they have a lot of experience. Are you guys going to try to maybe use some trick plays to try to get around their IQ maybe a little bit more? Maybe try to pass the ball a little bit more? Or are you guys going to take it and try to run it straight up their throats? What have you guys seen on film? Without giving away too much.
Like what we're doing?
Yes, what you guys are doing.
I hate to be the boring guy, but I can't. I can't say anything about it. That guy right there will kill me.
Good.
Coach Osborne. I can't say anything.
Good. Just don't do it then. I like it. I mean, all that matters is being physical. That's really all it comes down to. If you guys are physical, you guys are going to come away victors tomorrow. I think that's what really matters above all else. So we'll see how everything comes out tomorrow. Are you guys maybe doing anything cool, special Halloween-wise for the game? You guys got anything special planned?
That much I don't know.
Just game focused?
Yeah, focus on the game.
So we asked you earlier in the season, and you mentioned how big you were into the weight room. You were getting ready, getting straight, not only mentally prepared, but physically you were getting ready for the game as well. Have you changed up any bit of your routine as you've gone through the season?
I mean,
or kind of the same.
Definitely, I was more weight in the weight room more towards the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm not in the weight room now. I lift every single day.
Yeah.
But I try to stay conditioned more, stay in shape, make sure that I'm not going to get gassed in the fourth quarter, overtime. Make sure that I'm ready for those kind of things because being a receiver, outside linebacker, I gotta run and I play both sides of the ball, so I gotta be in shape. And
yes.
It's not good for my team if I go into the fourth quarter gassed.
No, it's not.
And I'm not going to be able to play to my full ability in the fourth quarter. So
and
I try to just make sure that I'm in shape.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, running, in my opinion anyway, is harder than it is weightlifting. Yeah. I could be in the weight room for 30 minutes, have a good little 30-minute lift, it'd be easy. Whereas if I go out there and I'm running or even walking for 30 minutes, I'm like, this is way harder than what it would be if I was just in the weight room. So it's definitely harder to condition yourself than it is to be out there, or harder to run than it is to be in the weight room conditioning. Although they're both difficult. One of them is more mentally tasking than the other. So, yeah. Do you have any guys that have stood out to you since the beginning of the season and have really grown, whether they're maybe a younger person or even a freshman?
Logan Burdett.
Burdett, okay.
Burdett is grown tremendously.
He peeked his head up over there. He heard us. He's shaking his head over there.
I mean, we were at the game not last Friday, but Friday before last, our last game, and he came off the sideline. I already came off for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. It was fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. Coach put him off, and he was like, "Oh man, Coach, why'd you take me out?" And just hearing that from him was, it was just like, wow, Burdett's starting to grow up.
Yes.
Burdett's buying in.
Which is awesome.
Burdett wants to be here.
Yeah, Burdett wants to be here, which is huge because our linemen, Barry was the focal point since the beginning of the season. So the fact that we have other guys on our offensive line that are stepping up and are showing maturity, that matters, dude.
Yeah, and he's a younger guy, too, so he'll be here for a couple more years. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's only a sophomore this year, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. And we overall, we have a young team, and obviously you as a senior, and I guess I can turn this as a question as well because I want you to answer and you to be able to give your opinion to everybody that's watching. They don't care about me; they want you. They want the players' opinions. So this is obviously being your last year. The seniors have, I believe, the smallest class out of the football team. It's either them or you guys are the juniors. I'm not sure which one it is.
It's pretty small.
It's very small. So with that being said, and with y'all's ranking maybe not being quite as good as it was 2 years ago, some people and some of the players are maybe moving on to the next season. What is your job, not only in the locker room, but your job mentally, you yourself, to keep yourself on this season? Because your season isn't over yet. It doesn't matter. Our season isn't over until it's over, until that state championship game, until we win a state championship. That's when this season is over. What are you doing to help the guys stay focused and you yourself as well?
I mean, I just like to remind all the younger guys, like, hey, like, our season's not over.
Yeah.
Like,
nowhere near it.
We may have lost a couple games, but we still have a good chance of making playoffs.
Yeah.
We're not done.
No.
And we're not just going to lay down, and I'm not going to lay down and just be like, well, my season's done. My season's over. And, I really hope the younger guys don't think that, well, I've got 3, 2, 1 more year to play. Like, I can do it next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they think like that. And coaches, me, Logan, we all remind them, like, hey, we're not done yet.
Exactly.
Like, we still have at least 2 more games.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not over. And, win 2 of those games, we're in the playoffs. And then we got however many more.
I think you have more than 2 games left. I mean, if you look at the playoffs, or if you look at the schedule right here, Roane County, very difficult team that you guys played against. Liberty, that one was more of a heartbreaker, but still, AA team at the end of the day. Man, that was a tough opponent, very tough opponent. But you guys also, that game was being thrown all over the place as well. Fort Fry, we're throwing that game out the window. One of the best teams in AA in Ohio. And then you guys have taking care of every other opponent that you needed to. So you're looking at it right there. And Montcalm is still right now in the playoff push right now. So they needed that game, and you guys shut the door on them. You guys said, hey, guess what? We're worried about our playoff hopes, our hopes right now. We need this game. And they were ranked ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
They were. We were ranked 15th going into that game, I believe. And they were ranked 13th. And you guys said, let me crawl up the ladder a little bit, get a couple spots. But that's big. And I wanted you to see that. We're nowhere near out of this. We've played opponents that are way more difficult than what we've played in the past. So keep that in mind as well. So with 2 games being left, you guys being in week 9 of the season, almost being done with your season, regardless of whether we make it super far in the postseason, whatever the case is. We got, I believe it's 6 games, as long as you make it to the state championship. At max, 6 games left. How are you feeling these last couple games?
I can't wait. I mean, obviously I don't want it to be over, but I mean, it's been. I love the game of football, and I look forward to the last games that we play, and encouraging these younger guys, stay in the weight room over the summer, continue playing, and don't quit playing. No matter, even if you're going through a rough time, don't stop playing football. I stopped my 10th grade year whenever we went to the championship. I wish I would have played. That was the worst decision of my life, not playing my 10th grade year.
Yeah, it's huge. It really is. I never did. I was, out of all things, there wasn't a lot of things I regretted from high school. One of the things, if you ask anybody, if they ask me this question, was not playing football at all. After transferring to West junior year, I would do anything to be able to go back and be able to play 2 years of football. Not only to understand the game better, but the mentality that was there with a winning program, because we were, I believe, 8-2 my junior year and 9-1 my senior year. Good record. So it would have been really nice to be able to experience that with guys like Tide. Let me see, Caden Parker was there, Ethan Holiday, some dogs.
Rennie Cordial.
Yeah, Rennie Cordial. I got to talk to Rennie the other day, the first time I've heard from him in a little while. I was at the state fair, and it was great hearing from him. He was a great leader on that offensive line. It's just big to be able to look back and see guys like that. But like you said, you regret not doing those couple years of football, but it is what it is at the end of the day. At least you don't have as many injuries because of it, but you do miss that friendship and all that good stuff that comes with it. So, well, Emery, do you got anything else to leave with everybody for week 9? Possibly next to last week of us doing this. I don't know how the postseason will look. Like, even if we do have a postseason game, I don't know if we'll be doing this or not, so we'll see. Could be.
I know it's Halloween, but, if anybody is, whoever's watching, hopefully you come Friday.
Come Friday. I want Cavalier Field to be loaded, and those stands have to be loaded. Let's make some noise tomorrow. Emery, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Awesome. Alrighty. Guys, that was Emery Sanford of the Cavaliers, one of the senior leaders on that team. And let me see, we got our injury report as well. Let me run over that really fast before we end everything here this evening. As far as I know, Parker Vance, is he out or is he good to go for tomorrow? Do you know if Parker's good to go or not for tomorrow? Not 100% sure. No, Parker's out for tomorrow. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Parker's probably likely out for the rest of the season, if I'm not mistaken on that. Well, I'll get you guys updates on that next week, but as far as I know, he is out for the season. Let's see. Colton Carruthers also out for the season, of course. Camden Sam's good to go for tomorrow, and everybody else is good to go as well. I don't believe we have anybody else on the injury report. So 2 guys on the injury report for tomorrow. Colton Dunbar was a little bit shaky in the middle of that game against Montcalm, took several hits, but he's good to go for tomorrow, ready to roll. And, yeah, we'll see how everything goes tomorrow. Once again, want to thank you for all of our sponsors. And, yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Halloween, a little bit of Halloween Eve, if you'd like to call it that. And, yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow at Cavalier Field. Load the stands up. Get as many people as you can. Bring your friends, family, loved ones, everybody you can think of to the field. And let's load the stands. Love every single one of you guys. Peace out. God bless. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Take care.